All right, and welcome Lockhart Line fans to the Central Texas baseball tournament here at Cedar Creek as things are going to be kicking off today with the Lockhart Lions going up against Bryan Rudders here at Cedar Creek High School. My name is Emilio Sarge Waters, bringing you all the live play-by-play action for today's game. And I want to welcome everybody for tuning in already. We got a handful of folks that are coming in or tuning in and check out today's broadcast. Of course, the Lockhart Lions are playing right now, and they'll be back on the diamond right here at Cedar Creek at 4:30 p.m. for another game against San Antonio Wagner. But right now, we're going to get things started on the mound for the Lions. It's going to be number 12, Gio Roque, and we'll get to the other position players after the first pitch. First pitch is going to be high and inside for ball one. Behind the plate for the Lions is number 6, Rene Delgadillo. At third base is Landon Hernandez. Second base, Gavin Gomez. R.J. Torres at third base. Jacob Contreras at short. At left field is going to be Ethan Bryant. Center field, Jackie Edwards Jr. And in right field is going to be the freshman Nicholas Ojeda. As first strike is going to be thrown. Leading off for Bryan, or the Bryan Vikings, excuse me. And there we go, first strikeout of the game. As Jack Blackburn struck out. Stepping up to the plate is going to be number 6, Kyle Turner. And he will be the second baseman for the Vikings. First pitch to Kyle Turner is going to be outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch going to be low and in the dirt for ball 2. Swinging a drive down the left side, and that'll be foul and out of play for strike 1. Breaking ball is going to be outside for ball 3. Well, the first runner will be on the base pads on a walk. And that'll bring up number 9, Kyle Kubicek, the shortstop for the Vikings. Runner goes. Kubicek squares around to show bunt. Pulls back in time for ball 1. And Turner will make his way to second base, uncontested. Runner goes at 3, the throw down to third base. And he's going to slide in there safely. So just like that, after a walk to Turner and 2 stolen bases, Turner finds himself in scoring position. With Kubicek at the plate looking at a 2-0 count. Swinging at the 2-0 down the right side. And that's going to be fair. And the Bryan Vikings will take the lead 1-0. On the RBI single to right field by Kubicek. And that'll bring up number 7, Mason Ruiz, the pitcher for the Vikings today. And he'll be followed up by Hunter Harlan, the first baseman. Pickoff attempt down to first. Not in time, as Kubicek was able to slide underneath the tag. The catcher, Delgadillo, is going to call time. Once again, another pickoff attempt to first base. Turner sliding back for Kubicek. Kubicek goes. A throw down to 2 will not be in time. As Once again, Roque stepping off the rubber. Trying to keep Kubicek at a short length. Ball in the dirt down to 3. And they're going to get Kubicek out at third base. Great throw and recovery by Rene Delgadillo, and great tag by Torres at third. As the Vikings have one out here in the top half of the first inning. Game number 1 for the Lockhart Lions today. That 2-0 pitch going to be inside for ball 3. Lockhart has 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, and 1 on Saturday. And Ruiz will walk on a 4 pitches, and he'll reach first base with 1 out here in the top half of the first. And that'll bring up number 20, Hunter Harlan, and the on-deck circle for the Vikings, number 14, Reed Russ. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in as Chance Crawford will be running for Ruiz. Swinging a drive to left center field. Edwards tracking it down. It'll get over his head to the fence. 1 run will score. And that'll be a stand-up RBI triple for Hunter Harlan. And that'll make the score Bryan 2, Lockhart 0. We're still only here in the top half of the first inning as Reed Russ steps up to the plate with the runner in scoring position. And that's going to catch the inside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman. Torres comes up throwing to first. And that'll do it for the Vikings. Now before they're able to push 2 runs across the plate and lead 2-0 going into the bottom half of the first inning. We're going to take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you're in mechanical care, to Car Care Automotive, located at 1313 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas. Owner and head mechanic Alex Juarez will give your vehicle the care it needs to get back on the road. Alex has over 30 years of mechanic work and is ASE certified. Whether your vehicle is gas or diesel, bring it to Car Care Automotive or call 512-668-4555 to schedule a visit. Mention that you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get a free oil change with your automotive repair. Vest Auto Detail, located 1 block from beautiful downtown Lockhart, Texas, at 301 South Main Street. At Vest Auto Detail, they offer window tinting, paint correction, ceramic coating, and are considered the best in Caldwell County. When it comes to auto detailing, if you want the best, just book with Vest. Call 512-227-1511 to schedule your vehicle for a visit.
All right, and we are back here for the bottom half of the first inning. Leading things off for the Lions in order is going to be Delgadillo, followed by Ojeda, Bryant, then Gio Roque. As the Lockhart Lions trail 2-0 here in the bottom half of the first. On the mound for the Vikings is number 7, Mason Ruiz. The left-hander for the Vikings. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1 to Delgadillo. Swinging a drive back to the backstop for strike 1. One pitch, going to catch that outside corner for strike 2. As Delgadillo finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no out. Swinging a drive up the middle. Shortstop's going to be in the perfect spot. Scoops it up out to first base. And in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up the freshman, number 9, Nick Ojeda, the right fielder for the Lions. Looking at the first pitch, ball high. One 0 is going to be low for ball 2. Swinging a drive down the right side, just foul. Swinging a miss for strike 2. And Ojeda is looking at an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Swinging a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. Or out number 2 as Ruiz records his first strikeout. And that'll bring up Ethan Bryant, the left fielder for the Lockhart Lions. Swinging a miss for strike 1. Looking at outside pitch for ball 1. Bryan will foul off the 1-1 pitch. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swinging a drive stuck in the backstop. Count will still remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little correction on a stat for Bryan. He's been hit by the pitch 11 times so far this year. Make it 12 as Bryan's going to take one off the thigh, and he will make his way to the first base. All right, now stepping up to the plate is going to be the pitcher for the Lions, number 12, Gio Roque. And he'll be stepping up to the plate with 2 outs as Bryan made his way to first base. To get hit by the pitch, a short, slow grounder to the pitcher is going to scoop it up. Out to 1, and that'll do it for the Lockhart Lions. When we get back from our quick commercial break, coming up to bat for the Vikings, it's going to be Andres De Jesus, Eric Pettis, and Ben Torres. And we'll be right back as we're going to take a quick timeout, and you're watching Lockhart Lion Baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Changing Faces Barbershop has been serving the Lockhart and surrounding communities since 2009. Head barber and owner Lex Jennings and staff pride themselves on being a hip urban barbershop. For shaves, not only do we hit you with our Precessional Andis trimmers, we offer a close shave and edge up with a straight razor. If you're really wanting to be pampered, let us give you one of our famous hot towel shaves. For cuts, Changing Face barbers are all top of their class and are able to pull off any style, whether it's a mohawk, classic cut, fade, taper, or design. We pride ourselves on our talent, our drive, and want to give our clients the best experience available. For all styles from the newest trends to old school cuts, our barbers here at Changing Faces have the skills to transform your look and feel. With over 10 years of combined experience, our barbers are on the cutting edge of the barber world. Come by one of our 2 locations, 2000 West San Antonio Street in Lockhart, Texas, and 900 Bug Lane, Suite 115 in San Marcos, Texas. Or go to our website at cfbarbershop.com.
All right, we're back here at Cedar Creek High School for the start of the second inning here for the Central Texas Baseball Tournament between the Bryan Vikings and the Lockhart Lions. As the Vikings are up to bat right now here in the top of 2. Lead the Lions 2-0. And up to bat for the Vikings is number 5, Andres De Jesus. Swinging a fly in the infield. And R.J. Torres calling everybody off, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up number 22, Eric Pettis, up to the plate. And he'll look at the first pitch for ball 1. One-0 pitch going to be outside for ball 2. Swinging a foul out of play for strike 1. Swinging a pop up down the right side, and Landon Hernandez is going to make a basket catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter for the Vikings, number 17, Ben Torres, the right fielder. They'll look at the first pitch high for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 pitch going to be called strike. Roque finds himself ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get out of this inning in order. Huge breaking ball. Just misses the outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Vikings lead 2-0. And Ben Torres will get hit by the pitch, and he'll make his way to first base. And that'll bring up the leadoff batter, number 1, Jack Blackburn. He struck out to start the game. That'll be low and outside for ball 1. Pick off throw to first base. Just keeping a base runner on is Torres out there. Torres goes. Inside pitch for ball 2. And Torres will still second uncontested. And you're right, Debbie and Jesse Schroyer, poor Ethan. That's number 12 that he's worn this year so far. Swinging a drive to center field, right straight to Jackie Edwards, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. And that'll do it for the top half of the second inning. We're going to keep it right here. Give a couple of shout-outs to some of our sponsors. Of course, starting off with our main sponsor, Recon Athlete. You could go and check out their Recon Athlete Facebook page. They got 3 shows they put on every week. On Wednesday night and Saturday mornings, the Chris Sanchez and the Kids Show, Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and 10:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings. And weekdays from Monday through Friday at 7 p.m., you could check out the Paul Rodriguez Show. As many may know, I was on the show this past Saturday. Probably one of the highest viewed shows ever. But go and check them out. You can find all their information on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Also want to give a shout out to our QA man back home, Kent Riddle. Making sure, letting me know, sending me text messages that everything sounds good, looks good. To make sure we bring out the best product for all you Lockhart Lion fans, and not only that, all the other fans that tune in to watch. So if there's any Viking fans out there watching, I want to welcome y'all to the broadcast as well. And also want to give a big shout out to Kent Riddle for his sponsorship of Lions Pride Sports broadcast and support of Lockhart Lions Sports. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, you could follow along the game with us with every strike, ball, out, and score. You can follow along the game with us on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, and that's thanks in parts to Kent Riddle and Kent Riddle Properties. So thank you very much, sir, and for your support of Lions Pride Sports broadcast and Lockhart Lions Sports as we get back into action. R.J. Torres is going to lead things off for the Lockhart Lions. He's already had a couple of great defensive plays for the Lions. At third base, Rui still on the mound. First pitch going to be high and outside for ball 1. High and inside for ball 2. And that one will paint the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside for ball 3. And Torres looking at 3 balls and 1 strike. Swinging a chopper down to second. It's going to be scooped up. Out to 1 for out number 1. And that'll bring up Jacob Contreras, the shortstop for the Lions, number 6. Looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. And that will go behind Contreras. Excuse me, Contreras is number 7. And 2-0 pitch going to be behind outside for ball 3. And the on-deck circle for the Lions is going to be number 14, the center fielder, Jackie Edwards Jr., the senior. And that 3-0 pitch right down the middle for strike 1. There it is, 3-1 ball 4 pitch. And Contreras will find himself at first base on a base on balls. And that'll bring up, once again, Jackie Edwards Jr., the center fielder, who is there to make the third out in the top half of the second on a deep fly to center field. First pitch will be low for ball 1. As Contreras stretching out his lead a little bit at first. A little bit more and more. Chopper to the shortstop is going to get past the shortstop as Contreras will round second, head to third. And he'll be there safely. And up to bat now for the Lions is going to be number 5, Landon Hernandez, keen curve. As the Lions have runners on the corner, Edwards at first, Contreras at third. With Edwards' speed, we could probably see him take off here on the first pitch. It looks like he'll hold off on that. As Hernandez will look at the first pitch outside for ball 1. Of course, Hernandez came in clutch against Bastrop this past Monday night, as Lockhart almost ended the game on a triple play, missing the tag at third by inches. As Landon squared around to show bunt, so he'll be looking at 1 ball, 1 strike. We're 1 out here in the bottom half of the second as Hernandez squared around to show bunt. Once again, fouls it back. And now he's looking at a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Swing and a miss for out number 2. And that'll be Ruiz's second strikeout. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 3, Gavin Gomez, the number 9 hitter for the Lions. As Delgadillo's in the on-deck circle. So Gomez digs into home plate. With 2 runners on the corner. Edwards goes to throw down to second. Will not be in time as it gets past the second baseman. And coming in to score on the pass ball will be Contreras, and Lockhart gets on the scoreboard here in the bottom half of the second inning. Cut the lead in half as the Vikings still have the lead 2-1. First pitch to Gomez was a ball as Edwards finds himself at second base. Swinging a grounder up the middle to the second baseman. Comes up throwing to one, and that'll do it for out number 3. But not before the Lions get one more run across the plate. Or get one run across the plate, the first run of the game. As the Lions trail 2-1. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we're going to have the top of the third here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Let Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment be your one-stop shop for your party entertainment needs. If you're in need of balloon twisters, face painters, or bounce houses, just give them a call at 512-846-3334. If you're looking to rent a mascot costume or to hire a children's performer to appear as a superhero, princess, or one of their 85 other merry mascots, reach out to them. Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment has been entertaining families in Caldwell County for 2 decades. Bozo the Hozo, the Christian Clown, the first entertainer for the company, has entertained thousands at the Lockhart Chisholm Trail Roundup Parade over the years. Family entertainment and family engagement are 2 phrases that are a part of Bryan Enterprises' core values. Whether it's motivational speaking at school assemblies, or writing children's books, or training personnel to engage fathers in the community, children and families are always at the heart of this organization. More about Bryan Enterprises, feel free to check them out on social media or visit their website at bryant-enterprises.com.
All right, we're back here at Cedar Creek for the beginning of the third inning. And up to bats, number 6, Kyle Turner. And right away, Turner has a 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch going to be called ball for ball 3. And Turner will reach base on a 4-pitch walk. That'll be his second walk of the game. He was able to score after stealing second and stealing third on a base hit by Kyle Kubicek, who's up at the plate now. Pickoff attempt to first. And Turner will slide in safely underneath the tag. Turner goes to throw down to second. Will not be in time as Turner will steal second base. Swinging a foul tip back into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. So count will be 1-1 to Kubicek. 1-1 pitch going to be called a strike. Kubicek reached base on a flare to right field. Swinging a drive to left center field, and that's going to find the gap as Bryan will come up throwing. And Turner will round third base and score once again. And the Bryan Vikings extend the lead to 3-1 over the Lockhart Lions. And Kubicek will record his second RBI single as the pitcher Mason Ruiz will step up to the plate. He walked his first time up at the plate in the top half of the first inning. Kubicek with a big lead at first. First pitch to Ruiz will be a ball inside. So again, big lead for Kubicek at first. And that'll be behind the batter, Ruiz. And Kubicek will find his way to second base on the pass ball. As Delgadillo is going to call timeout to go talk to Roque. Conversation completed. Get back into action. 2 balls, no strike to Ruiz. They'll look at the 2-0 pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Swinging a drive to left field as Ethan Bryan comes up. The ball's going to take a bad bounce over his head and get to the fence. And Kubicek will score easily from second base as Ruiz will get on with the base hit and advance to second on an error. So nobody out as of yet here in the top half of the third inning. Vikings already put 2 more runs across the plate. Stepping up to the batter's box going to be number 20, Hunter Harlan, who tripled his first time up at the plate. And that ball will get past the catcher as Ruiz will make his way to third base. Actually, it's going to be his courtesy runner, Chance Crawford, will be at third. 1-0 pitch will be right in there for strike 1. And the on-deck circle for the Vikings is going to be number 14, Reed Russ. Ball high inside for ball 2. Huge swooping breaking ball for strike 2. Two pitch will be outside for ball 3. That'll make the count full. And that will be ball 4. As the Vikings now have runners on the corner. Harlan at first, Crawford at third. And that'll bring up number 14, Reed Russ, who grounded out to end the first inning. Going around the bunt. And they're going to make the tag on Crawford for out number 1. But off of the bunt, Russ is going to advance all the way to second base. Harlan will make his way to third. And that'll bring up number 5, Andres De Jesus. So great decision by Gio Roque. As we're going to have another courtesy runner coming in. That's going to be Green. Running for Russ. First pitch to De Jesus is going to be outside. Catching that corner for strike 1. Scoring around the show bunt once again. This time it's going to get past the pitcher. And the throw home will be bobbled. So De Jesus will reach first on an error. And the Vikings push 2 more runs across the plate to make it a total of 4 here in the top half of the 3rd inning and lead the Lions 6-1. Delgadillo will call time. And out comes Coach Honeycutt onto the mound. And while he's up to the mound, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Do you suffer with headaches, back pain, or neck pain? Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic's mission is to provide hope, healing, and health to the people of Lockhart and the surrounding area through natural chiropractic care. Dr. Peterson has been voted Best Chiropractor for the last 9 years. Call Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic to begin your path to hope, healing, and health. You can find Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic at 731 South Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas. Or you can call for an appointment at 512-668-4163.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Lions. So while it'll be James Magallanes on the mound. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
When confronted with an auto accident, life can't come to a screeching halt. That's why Chios Paint and Body is devoted to making the repair process as smooth as possible with their state-of-the-art technology, frequent status updates, and a 24/7 customer service center to help you every step of the way. With our state-of-the-art body shop and paint facility, repairing your car is a breeze. We are fully equipped with a powerful frame straightening bay, expansive body shop, and our semi-down downdraft paint booth. Our automotive repair services include everything from oil changes, brake repair replacement, and suspension work to sophisticated mechanical repairs. Whatever your needs, we can offer premium service, affordable cost, and great customer service. These are just some of the differences that make Chios Paint and Body the best choice for your car's recovery and automotive repair.
All right, and we are back after the pitching change as James Magallanes is on the mound for the Lions. First pitch to Eric Pettis is going to be swing and a miss for strike one. As the Vikings do have a runner at first base, and that's De Jesus. Man, that'll be a swing for strike two. Do want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife back home who's watching the game while she's at work. Sure do miss her. She always has a lot of good input out here working the camera, working the scoreboard. I'm having to pull triple duty today. So I do want to give her a shout out and let her know that her hard work doesn't go unnoticed. 0-2 pitch going to be high for ball one. So the freshman Magallanes is on the mound for the Lions. Runner goes, swinging a pop-up to the infield as R.J. Torres is camping underneath it. Will make the catch. The throw to first to try and get the runner will not be in time, but that'll be good enough for out number two. And that'll bring up number 17, Ben Torres, up to the plate. He was hit by the pitch in the top half of the second inning. De Jesus still on first base as he goes to second. The throw down will not be in time. And De Jesus will have a stolen base. And that'll be one ball, no strikes to Ben Torres. Bryan, Vikings lead 6-1. One 0 pitch going to be right in there for strike one. Bryan has scored 6 runs here in the top half of the third inning, and two in the top half of the first. One pitch will be inside for ball two. And that will be in the dirt as it gets past Delgadillo. And De Jesus will make his way to third base and find himself in scoring position. So that'll be 2 balls and 3 balls and 1 strike to Torres, Ben Torres. Well, that'll make the count full of 3 balls and 1 strike, or 2 strikes with 2 outs. Magallanes now on the mound for the Lions. Swinging a drive to center field, and that'll bounce in front of Jackie Edwards. He'll come up throwing to second, and the Rudders will have another run across the plate. as Ben Torres will get a RBI single. And that'll bring up the top of the lineup, Jack Blackburn. First pitch will be high and inside for ball one. That one will be called strike right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's Lockhart Line broadcast as the runner goes of Lockhart Line baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Hope from wherever you are, you're enjoying watching the game, despite the Lions being down 7-1 here in the top half of the third inning. Swinging a drive just over the shortstop's glove, and they're going to hold the runner at third. So the Vikings will have runners at third, at the corner. The throw home will not be in time, as the Vikings catch the Lions sleeping a little bit, and will add another run in the process. And that'll bring up the number 10 hitter of the inning, Kyle Turner, up to the plate. He has walked twice and scored twice. Big lead at second base. As Blackburn was able to steal second. Breaking ball right in there for strike one. We've got 2 outs here in the top of 3. But the Rudders have, Bryan Vikings have scored 6 runs here in the top of the third also. Blackburn will steal. And that'll be a dead ball as it hits the batter. So Blackburn would have to make his way back to first base, second base. And that will bring Kyle Kubicek up to the plate. He's had a hit in both his plate appearances. Scored in his second one. Swinging a pop-up. As Delgadillo camps up underneath and will make the catch for out number 3. And that'll do it, as the Vikings are able to put 6 more across the plate and lead the Lions 8-1 here in the midway through 3. We're going to take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Line baseball, as we're going to see the top of the order come back up to the bat. Delgadillo, Ojeda, and Bryan. And we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Line baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Vest Auto Detail, located 1 block from beautiful downtown Lockhart, Texas, at 301 South Main Street. At Vest Auto Detail, they offer window tinting, paint correction, coating, and are considered the best in Caldwell County. When it comes to auto detailing, if you want the best, just book with Vest. Vest Auto Detail. Call 512-227-1511 to schedule your vehicle for a visit. If you're ready to lose weight fast, reach out to the Tim Torres Fitness Facebook page and chat with Tim. Tim has helped thousands of people all over the world in person and online through his mobile app and custom meal plans. So contact Tim Torres via Facebook and start losing weight today. Just look for Tim Torres Fitness on Facebook.
All right, we are back here at Cedar Creek Eagle Stadium for the Central Texas Baseball Tournament here in Cedar Creek, Texas. As your Lockhart Lions are going up against the Vikings from Bryan, find themselves in the hole 8-1 here in the bottom half of the third inning. As Delgadillo steps up to the plate for the second time. Looks at the first pitch for strike one. Delgadillo grounded out to the shortstop. Looking at the 0-1 high for ball one. That'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that'll just miss for ball 3. It'll be a full count. That'll be low for ball 4. And Delgadillo will be on base. Of course, I want to remind y'all, Lockhart Lions will be back in action at 4:30 p.m. right here at Cedar Creek High School, as they're going to be going up against San Antonio Wagner. And you'll be able to catch all that action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. But right now, the Lions find themselves behind 8-1. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, as the Bryan Vikings were able to score 6 in the top half of the third. Delgadillo is on first base with a leadoff walk. Going around to show bunt is Ojeda, and his speed is going to get him to first base. As the Lions have 2 runners on the base pads. And that'll bring up Ethan Bryan. He was hit by the pitch his first time up at the plate. And first pitch is going to be low and in the dirt. Right around to show bunt is Bryan. He'll bunt it down the first base line. First baseman will scoop it up, throw it out to first. And Bryan will do his job and advance the runners over with 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, and up comes to the plate number 12, Gio Roque, who started off as a pitcher, now at first base. And Gio Roque will wear that one. And that'll load the bases up for R.J. Torres. As Roque will be at first base, Ojeda at second, Delgadillo at third. Torres at the plate. That'll be a first pitch outside for ball 1. Outside for ball 2. And Torres is ahead in the count as there's going to be a timeout called, as the coach for the Vikings is going to make his way to the pitcher's mound. And while he does that, let's go and take a quick timeout, and you're watching Lockhart Lion Baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you're ready to lose weight fast, Reach out to the Tim Torres Fitness Facebook page and chat with Tim. Tim has helped thousands of people all over the world in person and online through his mobile app and custom meal plans. So contact Tim Torres via Facebook and start losing weight today. Just look for Tim Torres Fitness on Facebook.
All right, we are back after the conversation on the pitcher's mound. We're going to remain on. Ruiz will remain on the mound for the Vikings, as the Lions have worked the bases loaded with one out. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, R.J. Torres at the plate. Roque at first, Ojeda at second, Delgadillo at third. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss for strike one as Torres was trying to get a time call. Two balls, one strike to Torres. And just like that, after being behind in the count 2-0, Ruiz has fought his way back and evens up things. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases are loaded with Lions here in the bottom half of the third inning. Vikings lead 8-1. Swinging a drive down the right side, foul. In the on-deck circle for the Lions is number 7, Contreras, the shortstop. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strikeout number 3 for Ruiz. And out number 2. As the shortstop Contreras comes up to the plate. He walked his first time and scored the lone run for the Lions. Swinging a fly or center field. The shortstop's going up underneath it. Will not be able to come up with a catch as Delgadillo will score. Roque will go all the way to third base. And Delgadillo and Ojeda will score. Advancing all the way to third base on the error will be Roque. And Contreras will reach base on an error. And that'll give the Lions 2 more runs, 8-3, as they trail the Vikings with 2 outs. An swing by Edwards to start things off. And he'll be looking at a no balls, 1 strike count. Edwards singled in the second inning, which drove Contreras in. And that'll be 1 ball, 1 strike to Edwards. Ball over, ball 2. Two outs here in the bottom half of the third. 2 runners in scoring position. Should Edwards be able to get one out into the outfield? Holding off on that one for ball 3. And the on-deck circle for the Lions is going to be number 2, Magallanes. Pickoff attempt down to second will not be in time. As Contreras is going to be able to slide underneath the tag. Great move by the pitcher. 3-1 count to Edwards. Swinging a drive out of play for strike 2. So that'll make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Contreras at second, Roque at third. ball low for ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded once again, as Edwards will walk to first. And that'll bring up the freshman Magallanes. Swinging a grounder to the second baseman, scoops it up with his glove hand and tosses it over to second to the shortstop. And that'll do it for the Lions, as they're going to leave the base pass stranded. And that'll end the third inning. Lockhart Lions cut into the lead a little bit, but avoid miss on a huge opportunity, as the bases are going to be left stranded, loaded with Lions. Now we're going to take a quick timeout, as your Lockhart Lions now trail 8-3, as the Vikings of Bryan still have the lead. When we come back, we're going to have the top half of the fourth inning, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Changing Faces Barbershop has been serving the Lockhart and surrounding communities since 2009. Head barber and owner Lex Jennings and staff pride themselves on being a hip urban barbershop. For shaves, not only do we hit you with our Precessional Andes trimmers, we offer a close shave and edge up with a straight razor. If you're really wanting to be pampered, let us give you one of our famous hot towel shaves. For cuts, Changing Face barbers are all top of their class and are able to pull off any style, whether it's a mohawk, classic cut, fade, taper, or design. We pride ourselves on our talent, our drive, and want to give our clients the best experience available. For all styles, from the newest trends to old school cuts, our barbers here at Changing Faces have the skills to transform your look and feel. With over 10 years of combined experience, our barbers are on the cutting edge of the barber world. Come by one of our 2 locations, 2000 West San Antonio Street in Lockhart, Texas, and 900 Bug Lane, Suite 115 in San Marcos, Texas. Or go to our website at cfbarbershop.com.
All right, and we're back for the start of the top of the fourth inning, as Ruiz, the pitcher for the Vikings, done an outstanding job today for the Vikings on the mound, will step up to the plate. He has walked and scored in the first inning and got a hit in the top of the third as he steps up for his third plate appearance. Once again, James Magallanes is still on the mound for the Lions. First pitch to Reed is going to be outside for ball 1. Freshman Magallanes on the mound, getting some work in for the Lions today. So we're going to drive to right field. Out to Ojeda. And Ruiz going to reach on a base hit. And that'll bring up Hunter Harlan, who has tripled in the first inning, walked and scored in the third. Comes up here in the top half of the fourth inning. As Crawford will come in and courtesy run as he takes off to second base. And it looks like they're going to send him back to first. All right, so we'll reset as Crawford will make his way back to first base. Stepping up to the plate is going to be number 20, Hunter Harlan. First pitch to Harlan is going to be high for ball 1. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. as Crawford's going to steal second easily. And Harlan's going to be looking at a 2-0 count from Magallanes. Swinging a drive down the right side, out of play for strike one. A 2-1 count to Harlan. Looking at the 2-1 pitch for strike on the inside corner. And Magallanes has battled back to even things up on the count. Nobody out here in the top half of the fourth inning. Crawford at second, and he'll go to 3. Swinging a drive back behind the backstop, and Crawford will have to make his way back to second base. As Magallanes steps off the mound. Two-two pitch on the way. Inside for ball 3. So count's going to be full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford goes. A swing and a fly. Pop up. And that's going to bounce fair. As Harlan will reach on a single. A single that traveled about 3 feet. And that'll bring up Reed Russ up to the plate, who grounded out in the first, hit and scored in the third. So Crawford will still remain at second base. He's courtesy running for Ruiz, the pitcher. And Harlan will find himself at first base with nobody out here in the top half of the fourth inning. First pitch to Russ, going to be bunted back into the backstop for strike 1. That one's going to be fouled for strike 2. As Russ was trying to bunt them over once again. Both runners were on the move on that play. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top half of the fourth inning. Vikings have 2 runners on the base pads. Breaking ball just misses on the inside for ball 1. Once again, Reed Russ, number 14, the catcher, at the plate for the Vikings with 2 runners on the base pads. Swinging a foul down the right side. Count will still remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners go. The throw down to 3 will not be in time as Crawford's going to steal, as the Vikings have the double steal on. The 1-2 pitch going to be called a ball, so that'll make it a 2-2 count. And 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 runners on the base paths for the Vikings. Swinging a drive down the left side, and that'll be foul and out of play. Once again, I want to remind you Lion fans that at 4:30 this afternoon, the Lions will be back on the diamond here at Cedar Creek High School to take on San Antonio Wagner. Right now, they got the Bryan Vikings, who have an 8-3 lead over the Lions here in the top half of the 4th inning. And that'll be outside for ball 3. So 3-2 pitch is going to be outside for ball 4, and that'll load the bases up for the Vikings. As number 5, Andres De Jesus, comes up to the plate. And we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in. And that'll be Green once again. De Jesus has flown out to the third baseman and reached on an error and scored in the third. Looks at the first pitch high for ball 1. As Magallanes finds himself in the jam with bases loaded. Nobody out. Ground ball hit to the third baseman coming home. They'll get the force at 1. Great job by Torres to hang on to that one. And that'll bring up Eric Bettis up to the plate, who has flown out both his times at the plate. Flew out to the first baseman in the third, in the second, and then flew out to the third baseman. At his second plate appearance, and looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Base is still loaded. And that'll be outside for ball 1. As the sun starts to peek out here at Cedar Creek High School. Great baseball weather today. Swinging a drive to left center field. And that's going to take one hop off the fence. One Viking will score. 2 Vikings will score. As Bettis will reach on a 2 RBI double. And the Vikings extend their lead 10-3 over the Lions. And that'll bring up number 17, Ben Torres, up to the plate. He's been hit by the pitch and got on with a single his first 2 plate appearances. On the base paths for the Vikings is De Jesus at third, who reached on the fielder's choice. Eric Bettis at second with a stand-up double. A 2 RBI double. At the plate's number 17, Ben Torres. And he's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Only 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. That pitch is going to be in there on the inside for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike to Torres. Swinging a drive behind the backstop for strike 2. So 2-2 count to Torres. 2 Vikings on the base pads at second and third. And that won't be fouled back. All right, so 2-2. Pitch on the way. Swinging a drive to left field as Bryan will get up underneath it. Makes the catch for out number 2. A runner will tag up at third and score safely for run number 11. And that'll be De Jesus scoring as Eric Bettis will move over to third base. But that'll make 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning as we head over to the top of the lineup. As Jack Blackburn comes up to the plate. Looks at the first pitch for strike 1. That pitch will be outside for ball 1. That one will be popped up on the right side as Roque will cap up underneath it and make the catch for out number 3. And that'll do it for the top half of the 4th inning as the Vikings are able to get 3 more runs across the plate and lead the Lockhart Lions now by the score of 11-3. Now we're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, it'll be Gavin Gomez, Delgadillo, and Ojeda stepping up to the plate for the Lions. But right now we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you're in need of mechanical care, take your vehicle to Car Care Automotive, located at 1313 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas. Owner and head mechanic Alex Juarez will give your vehicle the care it needs to get back on the road. Alex has over 30 years of mechanic work and is ASE certified. Whether your vehicle is gas or diesel, bring it to Car Care Automotive or call 512-668-4555 to schedule a visit. Mention that you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get a free oil change with your automotive repair.
All right, welcome back for the beginning of the bottom half of the 4th inning as the Lockhart Lions trail 11-3 after the Vikings were able to score 3 in the top half of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Lions is going to be number 3, Gavin Gomez, who's grounded out to the second baseman, his first plate appearance. Looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. And that one will be low for ball 2 as Ruiz is still on the mound for the Vikings. Ruiz has done a great job. He's already recorded 3 strikeouts. But right now, starting off Gomez, he's behind in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. As Gomez will find his way at first base. And stepping up to the batter's box, going to be number 6, Rene Delgadillo. He's grounded to the shortstop and reached on a walk and scored in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. First pitch to Delgadillo is going to be a strike call right down the middle. So far, the Lions have been able to get only 2 hits. And that was on a bunt single by Ojeda, and Jackie Edwards on a single to left field. Gomez goes. The throw down to second will not be in time, as Gomez is going to steal. The pickoff moved to first base. The throw down to second was not in time, as Gomez used his speed and will slide in safely. 0-1 count to Delgadillo, and he reaches out for that one for strike 2. Swinging a drive towards the second baseman, who makes a backhand can't stop and turns the throw. Just throws a little bit wide of the first base. So Delgadillo will reach on a hit. The throwing error will score Gomez. Now the Lions trail by 7, 11-4. And that'll bring up number 9, Nick Ojeda, who struck out in the first inning, singled in the 3rd, and scored. Squared around the show bunt. Wasn't able to pull back or catch the bunt, and that'll be strike 1. The throw down to first, not in time, as Delgadillo was able to get back. Squaring around the bunt is Ojeda. Having to bunt it down on the defensive move. So Ojeda will ground out to the pitcher for out number 1. Delgadillo will advance to second base, and that'll bring up number 4, Ethan Bryant, the left fielder. He was hit by the pitch in the first inning. And grounded out to the first baseman in the 3rd inning. Bryan was trying to call timeout, stepping out the box. Not in time. That'll be strike 1. Well, 1 pitch going to be outside for ball 1. And that'll be in there for strike 2. Of course, big difference in the game is the 6 runs that the Vikings put up in the top half of the 3rd inning. Swinging a drive out of play. Count will still remain. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryan. One-two pitch going to be popped up to the pitcher, and Ruiz will make the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Gio Roque up to the plate. We'll ground it out to the pitcher to end the first inning, and then was hit by the pitch and stranded at third base in the third inning. Swing and a miss for strike one. That'll be high for ball one. In the on-deck circle will be number 19, R.J. Torres. Done a great job defensively for the Lions today. The third baseman for the Lions. On one pitch, grounded to the second baseman. Out to first, and that'll do it for the Lions here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. As the Lions able to put one more run across the plate. But that's it, as they will leave one more runner stranded. As the Bryan Vikings lead the Lockhart Lions 11-4. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll head over to the top of the fifth inning. And you're watching Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Do you suffer with headaches, back pain, or neck pain? Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic's mission is to provide hope, healing, and health to the people of Lockhart and the surrounding area through natural chiropractic care. Dr. Peterson has been voted Best Chiropractor for the last 9 years. Call Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic to begin your path to hope, healing, and health. You can find Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic at 731 South Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas. Or you can call for an appointment at 512-668-4163.
All right, we're back here at Cedar Creek High School as the Lockhart Lions trail the Vikings on Bryan 11-4 here in the top half of the fifth inning. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. I want to give a big shout out to all our sponsors. Our main sponsor, Recon Athlete, as well as Kent Riddle and Kent Riddle Properties, A1 Bail Bonds, and the many commercial spots you've been watching during the games. I want to thank them for all their support and sponsorship of Lions Pride Sports broadcast, as well as the support for Lockhart Lions Sports. Without these fantastic sponsors of ours, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. So I tip my hat off to all of y'all sponsors and give y'all a huge thanks. Also, I want to remind you, Lion fans, that after we will be back for Game 2 today, which will take place at 4:30 p.m. here at Cedar Creek High School. And the Lions will be going up against San Antonio Wagner. And we'll talk about tomorrow's schedule going into Saturday during that game as well. As the Lions will have 2 games tomorrow and one on Saturday to close things out for their last tournament of the year before they head into district play on March 15th at Lions Field for a doubleheader against the Travis Rebels. In the first game, the Lions are going to be the visiting team, and I'll explain that more to you in Game 2 this afternoon as we get back into action once again. Magayan is still on the mound for the Lions as Kyle Turner steps up to the plate for the Vikings. And just like that, Turner's up and heading the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Turner has walked twice and scored and then hit by the pitch. So this is his 4th plate appearance. Swing and a foul back to the backstop for strike 1. And that'll be high for ball 3. And that one will be fouled back to the backstop again. So that'll make the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to Kyle Turner. And that one will be fouled back out of play. Ground ball to the shortstop. Contreras comes up throwing to first. Roque with the catch. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top half of the 5th inning. As Turner will ground out to the shortstop. And stepping up to the plate is going to be number 9, Kyle Kubicek. He has singled twice, scored, and then flew out to the catcher. The first pitch will be there for ball 1. Once again, Magallanes on the mound for the Lions. The 1-0 pitch going to be outside in the dirt for ball 2. As you can see, the center field, or in the center field, the flag is out there blowing from right to left. Big gust of wind coming in. 2-0 pitch will be high for ball 3. Tammy Lopez chimes in. Let's go Lions. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Kubicek. And that'll bring up Mason Ruiz up to the plate. Who has walked and scored twice. Singled twice, excuse me. He's scored once. And Ruiz still the pitcher on the mound for the Vikings. Swinging a drive to right field. Ojeda getting up underneath it. Coming up to make the catch. And that'll be good enough for out number 2 here in the top half of the 5th inning. As number 20, Hunter Harlan, steps up to the plate. He's tripled, walked, and singled, and has scored twice. Kyle Turner with a huge lead as Magallanes steps off the mound. Runner goes to throw down the second. Not in time. Looks like we're having a new outfielder out there in left field. Looks like that's Jacob Wisnan. I might see a little action in the bullpen with Ethan Bryan. Pick off attempt to second. Nothing but just keeping the runner honest out there. So Kubicek at second base with 2 out. 1-0 pitch going to be in there for strike 1. So 1-1 pitch to Harlan. And that'll be over his head for ball 2. Huge lead as the runner goes. Base hit to left field, and that's going to get past the left fielder. That's Suarez out there. Not Wisner, it's Suarez as he's going to scoop it up. And that'll be an RBI triple for Harlan, his second triple of the day. And that'll score Kubicek. And the Vikings now have a 12-4 lead over the Lockhart Lions, as we're going to have number 14, Reed Russ, come up to the plate. He's grounded out, hit and scored, and walked and scored his first 3 plate appearances. First pitch to Russ, going to be high and inside from ball 1. That one's going to be popped up to Roque, and Roque will make the catch for out number 3. As we're going to be heading over to the bottom of the 5th inning. And leading off for the Lions is going to be number 19, R.J. Torres, followed by number 7, Contreras, and Jackie Edwards Jr. But right now, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
When confronted with an auto accident, life can't come to a screeching halt. That's why Chios Paint and Body is devoted to making the repair process as smooth as possible with their state-of-the-art technology, frequent status updates, and a 24/7 customer service center to help you every step of the way. With our state-of-the-art body shop and paint facility, repairing your car is a breeze. We are fully equipped with a powerful frame-straightening bay, expansive body shop, and our semi-down downdraft paint booth. Our automotive repair services include everything from oil changes, brake repair replacement, and suspension work to sophisticated mechanical repairs. Whatever your needs, we can offer premium service, affordable cost, and great customer service. These are just some of the differences that make Chios Paint and Body the best choice for your car's recovery and automotive repair.
All right, we're back here for the bottom half of the 5th inning, and there will be a new pitcher on the mound. And that'll be number 11, Marco Sanchez. So Mason Ruiz will go 3 innings. With 3 strikeouts, 4 runs on 2 hits. So Marco Sanchez will be on the mound for the Vikings to try and close this one out and get the save. But the Lockhart Lions have other plans. And those plans begin with number 19, R.J. Torres, as he steps up to the plate. Ruiz threw 74 pitches in those 5 innings as Marco Sanchez getting ready to throw his first pitch. And that'll be ball outside. Torres grounded out to the second baseman and struck out his first two plate appearances. Right now he's looking at a 2-0 count. And that one behind outside for ball 3. And R.J. Torres will start the inning off with a 4-pitch walk as well. Well, looks like they were going to call that one a strike, excuse me. So it's 3-1 now. Fooled me on that pitch. So now R.J. Torres has a full count. And will send a grounder to the second baseman. Comes up throwing to first. So what I thought was a ball 4 pitch will end up in a grounder. Ground out to the second baseman, 4-3. And that'll bring up Contreras up to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Contreras walked into second and scored, and then reached on an error in the 4th and was stranded at second base. Swinging a drive down the right side to the right fielder, and Contreras will reach base on a hit. On a single to right field. And that'll bring Edwards up to the plate. The center fielder was singled to left field in the second inning and walked in the third. Both times he was stranded at first base. Looking at the first pitch outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Ground ball down the left side once again. That'll be Edwards' second single. And Contreras will advance to second base. So back-to-back singles. Have 2 lines on the base paths. Contreras at second, Edwards at first. And that'll bring up Magallanes up to the plate. Looking at the first pitch for ball 1. And the on-deck circle for the Lions will be number 3, Gavin Gomez. Two-0 count to Magallanes, the freshman. Looks at the 2-0 pitch for strike 1. Now we're quickly coming up on the 2-hour time limit, as this may be the Lockhart Lions' final chance to tie this one or take the lead and win the game. Right now, Magallanes at the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Lockhart Lions trailing the Vikings of Bryan 12-4. 3-1 pitch going to be called inside for strike 2. That one's going to be swung on and hit towards the second baseman as it'll get past it. As one run will score Contreras, Edwards will advance to third base. And Magallanes will stay at first base. Well, a little discussion between the Vikings coach. Possibly talking about a little interference. Well, we'll wait to see what the umpire is going to get together and talk and see what the call is going to be. It was a ground ball to second if you missed it. As Edwards was making his way to second base. Didn't make any contact with the baseball or the second baseman. And the coach for the Vikings went out there and talked to the second base umpire or the field umpire, talk about a possible interference. So looks like no interference is going to be the call. So the runners will remain in position as Edwards is at third base. Magallanes, the speedster, at first. And Contreras would score. And this will definitely take us past the time limit, as this will be the Lockhart Lions' final at-bat. And there will be a pitching change for the Vikings, as Marco Sanchez will only face 4 batters, throwing 17 pitches. And that'll bring up, coming up from the center fielder position, all right, so we're going to take a quick timeout during the pitching change, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Line baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
When confronted with an auto accident, life can't come to a screeching halt. That's why Chios Paint and Body is devoted to making the repair process as smooth as possible with their state-of-the-art technology, frequent status updates, and a 24/7 customer service center to help you every step of the way. With our state-of-the-art body shop and paint facility, repairing your car is a breeze. We are fully equipped with a powerful frame straightening bay, expansive body shop, and our semi-down downdraft paint booth. Our automotive repair services include everything from oil changes, brake repair replacement, and suspension work to sophisticated mechanical repairs. Whatever your needs, we can offer premium service, affordable cost, and great customer service. These are just some of the differences that make Chios Paint and Body the best choice for your car's recovery and automotive repair.
All right, we're back here as there's a pitching change going on right now, as Marco Sanchez only faced 4 batters through 17 pitches, But coming into the game for stepping on the mound for the Vikings is going to be the center fielder, number 1, Jack Blackburn. And going out to center field will be number 3, Chance Crawford, as Marco Sanchez will go back to the bench for the Vikings. First batter that Blackburn will be facing is Gomez with 2 runners on the base paths. Magallanes at first base, Edwards at third. As Magallanes gets a sizable lead at first. And he will go. First pitch is going to be in the dirt, so Magallanes will steal second uncontested. And Gomez will be looking at a 1-0 count. Lockhart Lions trail 12-5 with only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Their last at bat, as the 2-hour time limit has expired. 1-0 pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Gomez has grounded to the second baseman and walked and scored in the 4th inning. So this is his 3rd plate appearance. And the on-deck circle will be Rene Delgadillo, followed up by Ojeda. 2-1 pitch going to be high for ball 3. So Magallanes at second, Edwards at third base. First base is open. Gomez looking at 3-ball, 1-strike count. As new pitcher on the mound, Blackburn will throw that one in there for strike 2. So that'll be a full count. Swinging a pop-up down the left side. Third baseman's calling for it. And he will drop it as Edwards is going to be able to advance home. And that'll put another run on the board for the Lions. And it still remains 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Lockhart Lions now trail 12-6 with Gomez at first base. Magallanes at second, Delgadillo at the plate. And that'll be ball 1 in the dirt. As Delgadillo has grounded to the shortstop, walked and scored in the 3rd, and singled in the 4th and was stranded at second. One 0 pitch will be high for ball 2. Throw down to first, not in time. Great job by the first baseman, Mason Ruiz, now for keeping that one in front of him. So Delgadillo has a 2-0 count. And that'll be high for ball 3. Once again, the freshman Nick Ojeda, the right fielder, in the on-deck circle, followed up by Bryan. Or what would be Suarez, who came in place of Bryan in left field. And that one will call strike right at the kneecaps. And that will be high for ball 4, and that will load the bases up. And that'll bring up the freshman Nick Ojeda up to the plate with 1 out. First pitch will be high and outside. As Magallanes is at third base. Gomez at second. Delgadillo at first. 1-0 pitch going to be high as Ojita's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And that'll be outside for ball 3. As the Lions are trying to chip away here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, their last at bat. And that'll be high for ball 4. And that'll score a run as all runners will advance. Magallanes will score. Gomez will move to third. Delgadillo to second. Ojita will walk. And there will be another pitching change. And we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Line baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Hazlet Drilling Incorporated are proud supporters of the community by sponsoring youth league programs, T-Ball Express, Boys Junior League, Boys Coach Pitch, and Girls Coach Pitch teams. Established in 1978 by George Hazlet, Hazlet Drilling Incorporated was formed to provide quality water drilling service to farms and surrounding ranches. As the company grew, so did the spectrum of services to meet the growing needs of dedicated customers. Today, Hazlet Drilling is the leading water well, oil, and gas drilling company, known for quality work and one-on-one customer service. Hazlet Drilling and Supply is located at 915 Old McMahon Road in Lockhart, Texas. Or you can call 512-398-6682. If you're ready to lose weight fast, reach out to the Tim Torres Fitness Facebook page and chat with Tim. Tim has helped thousands of people all over the world in person and online through his mobile app and custom meal plans. So contact Tim Torres via Facebook and start losing weight today. Just look for Tim Torres Fitness on Facebook.
All right, we're back here for the third pitcher of the inning, and it's going to be Caleb Scott, number 18, for the Vikings, as the Lions have loaded the bases up and have put 2 runs across the plate. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, the last chance for the Lions, as they now trail by 5 runs with the bases loaded. It is Gavin Gomez at third, Rene Delgadillo at second, Nick Ojita at first, and Ernesto Suarez will step up to the plate, the senior. Came in to play left field for Bryan. All right, as we get ready for some action, get back into action, as Caleb Gott will be throwing his first pitch here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with bases loaded. That'll be a first pitch strike right down the middle. Only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, bases loaded. Suarez with a swing and a grounder down to first base. Mishandled by the first baseman, able to step on the bag for 1. Another line runner will score. And that'll be out number 2 as we come up to the 9th batter of the inning, number 12, Gio Roque. He's grounded to the pitcher, hit by the pitch, and grounded to second. His first 3 plate appearances. 2 runners on the base pad. Looks at the first pitch for ball 1. As Gomez scored. Got Delgadillo at third base, Ojita at second. One 0 pitch going to be high and outside for ball 2. And the on deck circle will be R.J. Torres. But Roque needs to get on the base to get to Torres. 2-0 pitch going to be high for ball 3. Lockhart making this one interesting all the way to the end. The 3-0 pitch will be called strike right down the middle. And that'll catch the outside corner for strike 2. As Caleb Gott's able to come back. Make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. And that one's going to be inside for ball 4. And representing the tying run at the plate will be R.J. Torres. He's grounded to second, struck out, and grounded to second again, his first 3 plate appearances. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in. And that looks like Jacob Wisnan. First pitch to Torres will be high for ball 1. 1-0 pitch will be in there for strike 1, as bases are juiced for the Lions. Delgadillo at third, Ojeda at second. Roque with the walk, with Wisnet doing the courtesy run in at first base. Swinging a drive down the right side, and that one will be foul for strike 2. And once again, R.J. Torres representing the tying run. Swinging a grounder to the shortstop. Scoops it up out to second. And that'll do it. That'll be out number 3. And that'll be ball game. As the Lockhart Lions will fall 12-8. In game number 1 here at Cedar Creek High School. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lion Baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Once again, the Lions are going to be back on the diamond at 4:30 p.m. to take on San Antonio Wagner. But here in game number 1, that's going to do it as the Vikings go down 12-8. Your Recon Athlete post-game show will continue as we're going to have your Recon Athlete players of the game. For your Recon Athlete defensive player of the game is going to go to the third baseman, R.J. Torres, who did a fantastic job at third base for the Lions. As for your Recon Athlete offensive player of the game, it's going to go to Contreras and Edwards. They reached base all 3 times. They went 6 for 6 reaching base between the both of them. So congratulations to Jacob Contreras and Edwards, Jack Edwards Jr. for your Recon Athlete offensive player of the game, and R.J. Torres as your Recon Athlete defensive player of the game. And that's going to do it for us here for game number 1 here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And remember, we'll be back on the air about 4:25 for a 4:30 start between the Lockhart Lions and San Antonio Wagner right here at Cedar Creek High School on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. But that does it for us. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's contest. Remember, we got 2 games. But until now, like I always say, you could take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.